It's a wonderful Sunday morning here in the Philippines, and we are continuing our Legends class review. This is our third Optimus Prime, and this is the KubianBao Combat Commander. As you can see, he is a very nice looking Legends class figure brought to you by KubianBao. So we have Optimus Prime right here, and right at the get-go, I'm going to tell you that I like this figure because of the light piping. And I mentioned that time and again that Transformers manufacturers like Hasbro and other third-party companies, even the knockoff companies, are just forgetting about the light piping. And I think that KubianBao did a wonderful job putting light piping on this guy, and he looks just fantastic. So we're going to set him aside for now, just put him there, and let's talk about the box. It's a very small box. It's the smallest among the three Legends class figures that we have featured so far. We have HS02, we have DF04 from KubianBao, and this is now KubianBao. Let's take a look at that. That's their logo right there, KubianBao Plastic Model Series. It says Combat Commander, it's KBB. We got the usual barcode from KubianBao and their very nice colorful little logo. We don't have any art, or what do you call this, cartoonish design. It's more like a product shot from their toy. Nothing fancy right there. Some Chinese stuff. And the packaging contains the product shot of Combat Commander, together with some of the other figures. We have Megatron, we have Shockwave, and then we have Grimlock right there. The box is very light and very simple. It's not something to write home about, so let's get rid of it right now. So the next thing that comes along with the box is actually no freebies, no added bonuses, no add-ons. It's just a plain old manual. Now the manual looks great because it's a booklet. It has a booklet form. You have Megatron, you have Shockwave, you have Grimlock. Collect them now. Combat Commander, KBB. Very easy to follow instructions. I like what they did right there, where it actually shows where to transform these things. And here's the product shot of that. So, nothing fancy, nothing new. Let's talk about our third Legends class Optimus Prime. He looks nothing like the other two, because the other two Optimus Primes, like HS02 Hot Soldiers and DF04 Optimum Warrior from KubianBao, are very cartoonish in nature, and I really think that KubianBao went for the toy rendition of Optimus Prime right here. It feels like they wanted to do a small Legends class version of an MP, which is not really far off. Again, I can't really can't really just have enough talk about that light piping right there. I think it really is fantastic. If you just really see that, no needed batteries, just your usual light source, and it's enough for you to light up that eye, the eyes of Optimus Prime right there. I like what they did with the windshields. Again, this is a very broad looking chest right there. No option to open that chest or whatsoever. That means there's no matrix. So that's the drawback to this. This thing does not have a matrix of leadership. I like the silver on the sides. The abs section looks great. It's silver. Everything is silver. It's not white. And it really reminds me of the metallic look of Optimus Prime, when it comes to its figures like MPs and other third-party MP-like Optimus Primes. Now, there's no yellow. Instead, they have gold. Really goes with the metallic look. You have some silver on the shins. Very nice design right there. And I like that they have mag wheels right there, and we'll talk about these wheels a little later. The backside is neatly arranged. There's not much kibble. I like where these wheels are placed right there. Usually they have them tucked inside the sides, and you can see that there are some hollow points to this, but that's not really a bad thing because it's really part of the transformation. So let's get on with the transformation of this. Oh, before that, usual articulation, it's on a ball joint, movable head right there, yada yada. Very nice. No movement for the fist because, this is part of the transformation as well. I like that they have a thigh swivel right here. Very nice. You could do the splits, and you can do that, usual kick pose. Believe me, you can do that. I just really can't point that out right now because, You know, everybody does that kickstand where they try to see if it's well balanced and it has that good center of gravity, but it definitely can. I'm telling you that. Take my word for it. Anyway, so let's transform this guy. Very easy out of the 3 to transform. I think this is the easiest. First thing that we got to do is just remove the blaster, and you can see that it folds nicely, and it's going to be tucked into Optimus Prime later. Next thing that we got to do is just fold the toes like so, and you can open this section right here, and it's double jointed. Now you can see that this section will have to sit flush with this thing, so all you have to do is just push it in, and as you push it in, you have to make sure that you straighten this thing out by just, see that? I'm just trying to get that there, because now that I have that in that section, I will make sure that this thing right here actually just fits there. So I'm just going to close this thing right now, and boom. So you have it nicely flushed and fit. So we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Yeah. Come on. Power. Overwhelming. There you go. Okay, and just connect these two together like so. And you have a more miniature looking Optimus Prime. He is so cute. He's just like a little chibi Optimus Prime right there. So, next thing we gotta do is just fold the fist in. Get those fists in. There you have it. And then just move them to the side like so. Why? We're gonna turn this thing around, and as we turn him around, you know, you can just do that usual thing right there. Bring these little pieces, and that would be your fog lights. Pull these, you know, these things right here. There would be like fillers for the front section of your cab. And what you want to do is you just really want to, I'm going to just try to show you something. If it's in robot mode, you can see that it's actually pushed in. And if you want to make it as a truck or like a cab mode, you have to pull this midsection, and it should be really straight and flush with the windshields. So you can then pull these out, and these would be like the fillers for the front of the cab. And this is the part that I don't like, because the first time I did this, you just unfold them like so, and as you unfold them, you can open these sections, and they would be like the grills for the truck. Now, as you unfold them, what you want to do is just really want to bring that in. So there's like that little push that you have to give. There you go. And it's kind of scary because you don't, it feels like you're breaking it, but it has enough wiggle room to actually push through from this midsection. But again, a word of warning, try it and be careful with it, because you don't want to break this toy. I mean, I bought it for 500 pesos. It's not that expensive, but again, you don't want to break your toy at the get-go. So once you have that done, the usual thing is like you just fold this and, you know, just get that done. But what you really want to do is just reversely fold that, because rotate this, and this silver thing should align to that now. And it's the usual Optimus Prime, tuck your arms inside that space right there kind of sequence, and there you have it. Pull this thing here, rotate the head like so, push it in, tuck it away. Now let's do the same thing here. Fold it in. There you go. And just try to rotate that. And just try to push it in there. Come on, get in there. And there you have it. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is just rotate this thing here. This is like the gas tank, and it would peg. So there's that peg right there, and there's this hole that you want to just insert it into. So come on, come on, come on. There you go. Just make sure it's locked in. And there you have it. It's a very nice looking cubish truck. It looks great. It looks great. It looks great. There you go. Let's see if it rolls. So let's put that there. It rolls well. And it has that rubber tire thing. So I like what they did here because it has rubber tires. Not a lot of toys would give their vehicle most rubber tires. They're mostly plastic wheels, and KubianBao made an effort to put that, and it really looks fantastic. Now, remember that I mentioned that you can neatly tuck this away. Now, you can see that there is a space right there, so you can just push this in, folded, a blaster folded, and it just neatly hides its blaster. So, it reminds me of an alternators thing where you have the engine piece as their blaster, and you can hide that inside their hood. So it looks fantastic. It doesn't come with a trailer. Big drawback. The drawback here is that this thing does not have a trailer. The downside is that it is very small. It's very cheap. It's very affordable. I like that, in a figure, but it doesn't have any trailer. Now the big question is, does it fit and does it go well with the trailers that we have for the other two Legends class figures? Now, to answer that, it does not lock in place, but they look fantastic with the HS02 Sky Pillar Hot Soldiers trailer, and that looks great. I mean, it looks exactly like Optimus Prime now, very G1-ish, and it's just really friction and gravity that's holding it together. There's no way to lock this in. The KubianBao does not have any integration with any trailer, but if KubianBao will decide to come up with their own trailer, I'm all in for it. I'm going to buy that in a heartbeat. So let's remove this guy. And how about JinBao? JinBao is a little too tall, and it's a little too short. Like what I said, JinBao is a pretty big Legends class figure, and it droops down, slants when you try to place it in. Doesn't look bad, but again, with the silver on the wheels here and the plainness on this side, I really don't like this trailer at all. So, oh my god, it fell! We are going to pause the video, and we are going to transform this back into robot mode and do a little size comparison with the other Optimus Primes. Okay, so we are back. We have him transformed back into robot mode. Let's try to place the other Optimus Primes, the Legends class Optimus Primes, together with KubianBao. So we got HS02 Hot Soldiers Optimus Prime, and we got DF04 JinBao Optimus Prime. Now, as you can see, he is the smallest among all of the current Legends class Optimus Primes that we have right now in the market. And these two Optimus Primes, like what I mentioned, looks more G1-ish, and they look more cartoonish in design. They're like straight out of the cartoon, while this looks more of a toy. Now, this is a very thick plastic. He is not so thick. This is, I guess, the thinnest of all, but again, what he lacks in height and what he lacks in, the design, he makes up for the easy transformation and that the light piping on his eyes, the rubber on his wheels, and the compact design of this robot. So there you have it. Those are the three Optimus Primes. Now, somebody has been asking, what would be the best match for your MFT Megatron? So I was doing a little size comparison between these three. So let's just try to move them first. So we have KBB. KBB is definitely smaller than Megatron right there. So he's not the answer to our problem. JinBao is a little taller than Megatron, so chunkier as well. So JinBao's out of that picture too. Now let's get these guys together. So we have MFT Megatron together with HS02 HS02 Hot Soldiers, and they look great together. They're a perfect match. So if you are getting your definitive Optimus Prime to match well with your MFT Megatron, then I will be recommending HS02 for that. Now, I really believe that MFT and Hot Soldiers are just really offshoot companies, and they're really sister companies in some way or some form. So there you have it. Just to answer that question right there. So thank you, Megatron. Thank you, Hot Soldiers Prime. Let's get JinBao out of there too. So let's go back to this thing. Now, Like what I mentioned, he is not a perfect Legends class Optimus Prime. He feels like he's more representing the toy line versus the cartoon. He has some very nice good points as well, and definitely a lot of drawbacks. First off, no chest opening, no cavity exposure. That means that there is no place for you to place that matrix of leadership. Another thing, has no this guy has no trailer or whatsoever, so that would have been a cool feature, but no, they decided to just go with the figure. Very light to the feel, very easy to transform. I like the metallic look, I like that light piping, easy to transform, and definitely cheap on the budget. So with that, I would definitely rate this guy around a 7.5 to an 8, but it could have been better. It could have been better. I really just want to know if KubianBao has any more plans of designing another Legends class Optimus Prime, or would we see any add-ons for this guy in the future? Only time will tell. So remember, if you like this video, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments, suggestions, or feedback, I would love to hear from you guys. And thank you for those people that has been subscribing. You are the best. Thank you so much, and I appreciate it. And again, remember, if you have any feedback or suggestions, I would love to hear from you. What are the next Optimus Primes or Transformers that you want to see on the video? So until then, I will be continuing our reviews. We have more in the pipeline. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Chompilo, and remember, till all are one, peace out. Rock and roll. Bye.